So hello everyone, welcome back, and you've just seen me put this net on and you're probably thinking, what the hell's that thing? It's the old one from last year that was on here. When you saw that we had a bit of baler trouble with that roller, we changed the net on it to a different sort of net to see if that would change the issue. So this is the old one that wants using up. Now, just because every day when I've been running out of net, I've been putting that one on, ready, go on, the little bit that's left. And the problem is, I've been changing it for a big roll because, as you'll see, that one's about ran out. And this won't, that'll do about, 20 bales I'm reckoning, that's left. That'll do another 20 if you're lucky. They do 300. So I need that to have a good day at it. So today I've baled 170 bales. Tomorrow there's more to bale, which is the last bit of first cut, which you'll see. You'll come with me and watch, and there'll be at least another 100 bales. So them two little rolls won't do me, so I need a big roll. So I've come up with the idea of putting the big roll on and the little roll, and it just fits on. I've only got that bit of room to spare. So yeah, that's old style stuff that's left since we figured out that the new stuff, it was a roller, no matter what, wanted changing. So we've got another old type of net. I think that's Tama net, and the new one's edge to edge, which is a lot better, but we'll try and use this old stuff up. In tomorrow's hay, so it won't, it's not like it's going to be under a massive amount of pressure. So you'll see that, and it's quite good stuff. And it's safe to say with this baler, we've got another problem with it. So this time, after we've had the roller, it's developed an oil leak on this little thing here, this connection. See how wet it is? So it's got an oil leak on there, but we've solved the oil, that leak, because this pump has stopped working, which pumps the oil. So this oil's been filled up. So I filled the oil up about a week ago, and as you'll see, it's still brim full. So we've got an oil, that's your pump that's not working, it's supposed to pump it round. So you'll see the oil, there's chains all wet, is because I'm having oil and manually work cans. So whenever I go out in the morning baling, I'm stood here with oil can, dripping it on there. That's another chain I have to oil, and there's one that on the back door, so I have to have the door up and oil that. So health and safety, best not come round. So there's that. The auto grease is still working. I've got my spare grease cartons in here. That's still working for now, touch wood. But yeah, it's developed another issue. But yeah, so we're going to have to get that sorted, and this bit of a funny connection that's on there. I don't know much about them oil pumps. It did it a few years ago. It stopped doing the oil, and we had the same thing done, which was the pump, and of course now it's done it again. But it's a 2011 baler, 550, and never had an ounce of trouble, never did nothing for 10 years, and then 2022, 10 years, 11 years old, it stopped doing oil, had to have a new pump, and now it's doing it again. So it's like done its bit, now it's doing it again. So I don't know why, but we'll have to get it sorted. But just get this hay baled and that, and first cut's done. Then there's a time zones for balers parked up and that. But also there's a problem with tractor. This wheel here was covered in oil all around there. Now behind here, what it's done, there's oil in here, and that's all come out. So it's done your bearing on your back axle. So all that oil that sits in there, that's where you fill it, I think, has all come out, it's drained out. So all bearings and that are all gone. So that's another job that needs doing. So we've got a tractor with gearbox, got this with back axle, got baler. So I'm just waiting for else. Yesterday's bales. So this one and the one below is my bit of hay that I'm doing, but we're working over there today, this morning anyway. What we've got left for silage, first cut. There's about 16 acre field this is that we've got, and we've done round the outside yesterday afternoon. They're in the much yarn because the field that we've just come through that you'll have seen is about 10 acres, 9-10 acres, and yesterday we had 60 bales off it, so not the best. There's a field here. This one here we baled yesterday as well. It's about, I don't know, 12, 15 acres, something like that. It's just narrow but really long. And it's a paint brown bale because, as you can see, it's just one long dip, steep hill. Anyway, we had, so say that's about 15 acres, say, we had 80 bales off that, which usually we get about well over 100. This field here last year, I said it's about 16 acres. We had over 200 off it last year, first cut. Now around the outside yesterday afternoon, I baled just short of 40. And as you'll see, there's just not, we'll be lucky if we get 2 bales per line here. It's nice dry, it's been down 2 days and rode it up yesterday. But it's just, like last year, that was a mower swath. That would have been 3 rows. 3 rows into one this year is 1 mower swath last year. So I've just stopped after baling this section, and that's all the bales we've got. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 the Williams 8 bale. Williams arrived, and we've only had 10 bales, so that's very disappointing. The only thing is that it does widen up a lot with rows now. We've got some really long rows, so there'll be more than one a row. I mean, we did get one row with 2 on, but only because I got a bale right at the start of it. I mean, look how nice bales they are as well, really well shaped. That's where we've just baled, and now we're on the long run, so yeah, got some nice rows here. They're the milk cows. Second load. And I've just changed me roll to this small one that I had, so we'll be see how many bales we get out of there. We did have 20 out of that one. we've had 55 bales this morning off this field. So when you add that to the 40 from yesterday from around the outside, we go about 90, 95. So yeah, it's a bit weird thinking that last year we had 200 off this 15, 16 acre field, and this year we've had 95, not even 100. So after all fertiliser and muck you pour on, it's clearly the amount of rain that's just not washed it in, and it'll be still, some of it may still be in the ground, in the soil, so let's just hope that it does come and see what a second cut comes like. But we have got another, when I say we've done first cut, we have got a little bit extra to do. So just over this wall here, this field here that's green, is the field that we reseeded last year, and also we've got two more in a different block that are also same growth as that, because the cows, as soon as the cows come out, they come on this field and them other two, they eat them off, we shut them off of it, and then we fertiliser and muck it, and then it's like a late first cut. But you could call it second cut because the cow's vetting the first cut. But anyway, it's not ready yet, as you can see, it's still growing a bit, so we'll leave that a bit longer, and then we'll get that and we'll stack it maybe with the first cut, just because it's near enough, and we'll let it grow a good chunk, not like, you know, like cut it off now. A lot of people may cut it off now, but let it grow a good lump and then class it as first cut, because it'll still be similar stuff. But yeah, so I'll go and bale that hay, but I'll change that for another video because this one's probably gone on long enough. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.